All right, what's going on, PML? We're back for the NFC podcast here. We have me, TRC, and we have.
El Tigre.
Ovi.
So, back again with Tiger and Skulls. We're going to go over the NFC this time, and we're kicking it off with the NFC North. And right now, you have it's a dogfight. You got Vikings 9-3, Packers 8-4, Bears 7-5, and Lions 7-5. And to add on to that, I think Vikings just lost. Packers and Lions are playing right now. It's 7-0. Packers leading. And then Bears played earlier. Do either of you know if the Bears won?
Bears are now 8-5. They won.
All right. So,
Thanks.
man, anyone could win this division. Who do you guys have taking it?
Uh, I, I'd have to look at the schedules, but Canoli's been on a bit of a slide, as he proclaims. I'm gonna go with Nos at 8-4. I think Legacy's been playing some good ball. I think Wind is competing with everyone, but at times I feel like he's too focused on his development of JMO in particular, and sometimes that costs him. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Nos.
It's a tough one for me. I mean, it's very split. I mean, all great players. Overall, um, just out the gate. I definitely feel like Canoli. Yes, he's in the lead right now. If I had to have a runner up, I definitely would say Nas with the Packers. He's just been playing pretty solid with them. But I say Canoli. Definitely with the Vikings been just in the lead, showing a little bit more poise from what I've seen from all four teams. So I'm gonna go with Vikings on that end.
So what's hilarious about this schedule is that outside of Wind, the rest of the division faces the other three opponents and Wisco as their four opponents. And Wind will have his three divisional opponents and the 49ers. So we're Team Wisco for the rest of the season. Beat everyone in the NFC North. But yeah, with them all being within like a game or two of one another, it's a coin toss. It's all divisional play. I think they've all
Straight up
pretty much
toss up.
split. I don't think anyone has swept the division by any means. So Legacy played me tough. Um, well, by playing me tough, he kicked my ass. I was just able to make it one score at the end, but I mean, he's looking as good as ever. But I'm gonna stick with Nos.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with Legacy in this one. He's done the best with his point differential, and usually, I mean, a lot of times it kind of evens out, and I think I think it comes down to him or Nas, and so I'm gonna go with Legacy on this. He's got Caleb Williams. I feel like that's a great weapon to have. Also, I just saw Lions run this like cheat motion play that I'm definitely stealing now. It was awesome. So.
Facts.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Legacy for this division. All right, next we got the NFC South, and in the NFC South right now we have the Buccaneers at 9-3, the Panthers at 9-3, the Falcons at 7-5, and the Saints at 3-9. But Kobe's wins were all very elite. So, who do you guys have for this division?
Yeah, I'm saying the Bucks. They've had the most points for by almost 100, and not giving up too much more points against throughout the year. He's had some close losses to I think good competition. Definitely one that has figured out the offensive portion of this Madden from the start. Um, Panthers is right up there in regards to UTRC. I think your overall your team's pretty low, so that could come to haunt you in the playoffs. And then Splash only 2 games back or a game and a half back currently. He can definitely make a run, but I've definitely seen him kind of not necessarily take a step back, but still figuring out how to throw at the lefty quarterback and a new Falcons roster. So and then Kobe's out there; he's out of the playoffs this year, but maybe somewhere they can make a run next. As he's been predicted to win divisions in the past, he may be able to make a run in later seasons.
Yeah, I definitely feel like what I mean would it be tie right now between UTRC and Bucks. Just from my experience playing Bucks earlier this year, he definitely knows how to put the points on the board. But with that being said, kind of looking at the points against as well, which looks like your defense is been pretty solid overall, even with the with some of the losses that you taken. But beating Bucks and me knowing what type of caliber of a player he is, um, I definitely feel like he may come out on top in this division. But I'm definitely like with you, Tiger, on seeing how the Falcons, comes out next year. Which could be one of those things to where he squeezes in somehow. But I definitely feel like the Panthers will get the job done the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah,
except this week. Except this
you
week.
better talk nice to the Panthers since they're
Except
gonna be playing
except
next
this
week.
except this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if it comes down to me or the Bucks, then I'm winning the division. Um, yeah, he is what he is. He's gonna beat some bad teams, but I think overall he he has a good run game. He doesn't quite know how to pass the ball, and you can only get away with that so long. So I'm saying my division, unless I'm more worried about Splash than him. So that's what I take from
That's
that.
fair. Splash is a proven PML winner throughout the regular season and getting some wins in the postseason. 4K. I mean, his only past experience we have watching him was as the Cowboys with Seafield, Vegas, and myself, and that didn't necessarily fare well. But he started off strong this man, so I don't disagree with anything you said there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah, for sure.
I don't care if I have to wait 20 minutes. I'm still gonna take it. So,
Hey, quit worrying, quit worrying. All right.
but all right.
Who's our next division?
Next, we got the NFC East. We got Giants
NFC Beast.
at 8-4. It says. I think they're 8-5 now. Eagles at 8-4. Commies at 7-6, and Cowboys at 1-12.
Yeah, how about TRC? You start this one off, considering you're outside the division.
Exactly.
I haven't played Skulls yet. I'm gonna first eliminate the Cowboys and say that they're not gonna win this one. I haven't played them either, but with their one win, I'm thinking that's a no.
They're out. They're out
So
yet. All right.
I haven't played Skulls yet, so I'll have to see how that goes. But in terms of like
Beat his ass. I
difficulty,
mean, good luck.
in terms of difficulty,
Hey,
I would say I definitely had more trouble playing the Commanders than the Giants. I don't know what it is. I think Vegas just gets deeply in his head whenever he plays me because of like trauma of us being in a division at one point. But like I see Vegas play so well against people, and then like he comes out and puts up like a 7 point performance versus me, and I don't understand it. So that I know he's good. It's just he never shines versus me, so it's hard for me to judge. So I would say Kami's is tougher, and again I have to play Skulls before I can tell because I just haven't played him in so long. I think we were in like a division in the NFC a while ago, and that was like the last real time I played him. So I'm gonna go with right now. I'm gonna say Eagles are the favorite because they have the game lead, and then I'm going to say Giants after that because he has the tiebreakers and then Commanders. But you have late season Tigers, so you never know what's going to happen.
indeed.
All
So
right.
I mean,
Skulls.
yeah,
Follow that up.
yeah. I gotta follow that up because I mean, he hit the nail on the head when it came down to it because you're sitting at the point that you're at like 7-6 to where anything can happen. I feel like in this division, especially with me myself, Vegas and you, um, which is always like that to a degree. 7-6 Tiger is not a good Tiger to be looking at this point in the season. You're looking to win out. Of course, that's something that I don't want to happen, but you're sitting at a 4 game streak. So, um, Right now, I want to say that it's going to be between me and Tiger in the end. Just simply based upon, the one game I did have off against Vegas. I think it'll go a little bit different, in the one that we have towards the end of the season. But I can definitely see it being a toss up between me and Tiger.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with Skulls here as the leader. He currently has what I think is one of the toughest roads kind of moving forward, with Vegas as a close second. He's got that game lead, but he's got TRC, who has dominated the NFC East so far this season. Steelers, who's got a surprising win on Vegas. Myself, who we kind of always battle back and forth. Cowboys, who's, as we talked about earlier, playing better. He only has one win, but he's definitely one that, at least for myself, he competed with me until the beginning of the fourth quarter, then threw a couple picks, just kind of unfortunate timing getting down and have to throw it deep. And then Vegas again. Um, Vegas, on the other hand, who may be against popular opinion here, but I think he's the favorite to win the division, even with the toughest schedule. I think he's one that is solid week in and week out. Outside of TRC, I feel like he comes in confident against any opponent, knows what they're going to do, knows kind of how to tweak his game around um, other people's play calls. I feel like he has a solid understanding of Madden concepts in general. So even though that he has Carter, Splash, Joe, Skulls as next four opponents, I feel he can. He's one that's eligible to win each of those games. I think Joe has his number as well, kind of like TRC. But outside of that, I think it's definitely one that if he can go 3-1, it kind of puts Skulls in the hot seat of his schedule facing the Commies, Giants, um, and Panthers. If he drops two of those, Vegas may be able to jump him. Um, Commanders are hoping to keep the streak alive, and we're going streaking into the year where we're not making playoffs. That's kind of the way we're looking at it. So put myself as a distant number three, but with the hopes of a wild card or not a division win.
That's what you
But
want us to think. That's what you want us to think. You know.
I mean division. I mean division win. I have to have a lot of luck go my way. I have to have you lose what, 3 games? Could you probably have tiebreakers on me? Vegas has to get down to 7 losses. I know he's at 5, but even with the stiff competition he has, I don't see him getting to maybe 7 losses. But
It's a
I don't
huge
know.
toss
That
up.
also means I have to win out. So, and luckily I don't have to face him anymore because he knows how to play me pretty well.
All right.
But those are my thoughts.
Well, next we're going to shift to the NFC West, and I guess somebody has to win this division. So we have the Seahawks at 7-6, 49ers at 5-7, Cardinals at 2-11, and Rams at 0-12. Now at 5-7, the 49ers are not eliminated. So it's going to come down to 49ers and Seahawks. I think Seahawks has a head-to-head win. Um, maybe two. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, 49ers are 5-8 now.
5-8. Okay, yeah. So it's going to be tough for them. They're going to have to go on a big winning streak, and their Seahawks are going to have to lose. So I'm going to say Seahawks win this division. I can't imagine what kind of pictures are going to show up on the Discord if he does, but I got Seahawks winning this division.
Yeah, I think Seahawks do. I mean, the path of the 49ers is the Rams, which he should get a win on. The Dolphins, who's proven to be the best in the Madden so far this season, at least regular season. Let me put that comment in. Regular season, best one in
Faithfully.
the league, belt to ass Ron. But when it comes to playoffs, we'll see if he can prove himself. Then he has the Lions, who's borderline playoff team that we've discussed, and the Cardinals. So he should have 2 wins out of those. And then if he's able to squeak one out, then he's got a chance because Wisco faces 3 of the NFC North. Um, Still an uphill battle, probably less of a percentage than someone like myself making playoffs. But I mean, that still puts, I mean, I put myself at like 15%. So he's still a very low percentage of trying to make it. Um, so we'll see if 49ers can. But at the very end of the day, I think for T. Train here. He's improved from last Madden, and I think like playing college football has helped. But he's had some close losses to good opponents. So definitely someone that I see moving forward definitely has a shot to make playoffs and kind of battle in this division with Wisco moving forward. And maybe the new Cardinals guy. We'll see how he turns out. He's got one win through one game, so maybe he'll turn things around.
Yeah, I definitely see Seahawks leading the way the rest of the way. You know, Wisco, I feel like is usually that player that kind of sneaks in there to a degree. T-Tram, I actually had high expectations from him earlier, especially like the first game against CU at the beginning of the season. Just you can call BTA built to ass out. That's Ron's new nickname, but I was actually poised to name T-Tram that at the beginning of the year because it was slightly disrespectful at the beginning of the year as well. Um, But just looking at his schedule, which I know it probably depends on how he plays Ja week 15. He plays Ron week 16, Win week 17. And of course, it's kind of a toss up on week 18. But I definitely see Wisco coming out on top in this division.
All right,
Yeah.
so now we kind of move on to the impossible task. We have to have seven
Oh,
people
geez.
making the playoffs in the NFC, and man, everyone's sitting right there. So right now,
Let's start it off by I'll go through what the current playoff picture is.
okay,
I don't even
Before
want to
all the
see it.
fiasco, so we currently have TRC, the Panthers, as the number one seed. The preseason prediction by Joe and Tiger. Um, the surprising number one overall seed prediction by TRC Vegas is currently the seventh seed, facing the two seed Cannoli, followed by Skulls as the three seed, and Nos is the six, and then Wisco and Buck is the four and five seeds respectively. So one of those that we could see all seven of these teams stay in the playoffs. We could see three of these teams stay in the playoffs. I think Wisco and TRC are some pretty good locks, but outside of that, it's a toss up. It could be anybody's
Yeah.
game. We could see teams from not in this list, such as the Lions, the Commanders, probably a couple others we'll discuss here. But yeah,
so all that being said, seven teams. I'm gonna go with mine first. I'm gonna say
okay,
Seahawks. I think Seahawks are kind of locked. I'm
yep.
gonna say Panthers take the division. I'm gonna say Bears take the division and Eagles take the division. So now we get three wild cards. Wild cards. I'm going to go with Giants, Bucks. Oh man, now it's just miserable. And God, a lot depends on this game right here between the Lions and Packers. So that's tied 14 to 14. But
Go Lions.
yeah, so I'll say Packers is that last one. So that's what I
Oh,
got. What do you guys
damn.
got?
Skulls, go for it. Break my heart.
Break your heart. All right. Um. All right. So
We know Wisco's
it's
in. Hopefully, he
yes,
wins a playoff
Wisco.
game because I can't
Yeah,
imagine what that image is going to be like.
Yeah, I definitely see Wisco being in. I think Panthers is going to be there, and it's tough because I definitely want I like Vikings there, even though Cannoli doesn't have a lot of um, like I guess you could say like trademark in the league yet. He's a tough opponent. I played him in actually three different leagues now. So he's tough and has a pretty good footing. I feel like to be in the playoffs. I'm going to edge out here on a limb and say respectfully that I edge out Vegas and commies for the division title in the NFC East. Um, with Vegas being there if he steps up to the plate, which is kind of contradictory of me saying that Cummins is going to be there. But I'm hoping that that's the case because that'll make a great playoff push for me. And I'm gonna go with Nas at Green Bay as well. So I think that's my seven that I really like there. With the Bucks maybe potentially in there somewhere, trailing behind. So
Yeah, so I guess it's up to me.
yeah, yeah.
Wisco, he's locked in.
Okay.
Panthers, locked in. Packers, they're going to win tonight. They're going to beat the Lions. They're going to kind of secure their playoff hopes. I think from the East, it's going to be, like I said, Giants. I think it's going to squeak out the division. I think Skulls is not going to drop out of playoffs. I think he's going to be the 5 seed wild card. Then from there, this is where it gets funky. I
Yeah.
think the Bucks stay in the hunt. I think they have no reason to drop out, being that they have 3 losses. I mean, I think you have to get to that 7 range to get out. If I have Giants getting in, that means Falcons is dropping. I
Mm.
think the Lions are dropping. I think the commies make a rise up into the playoffs with a 8-game win streak as the
Potentially.
lucky number 7 seed. 5, 6. Yeah, that's my seven. So Seahawks, Panthers, Packers, Giants, Eagles, Bucks. Commies somehow sneaking in there. If it comes down to tiebreakers, they may be in trouble, but hoping for some EA magic. Um,
Oh no. Oh no.
but beyond that, I mean, I think Falcons. I think they just have a tough schedule ahead. Vegas, if I have him winning, and I have Falcons dropping, that means Falcons losing to Giants and Commanders to end the year. I think Wind, like I said, I'm big on him losing tonight and Nas to go up. Also means Bears is going to drop in head-to-head battles. That's kind of my shocking one is Bears and Falcons falling out, being that they're a game ahead of the commies, but that's where we're at. And then NFC winner, uh, I'm gonna go with Vegas. I'm gonna say Vegas gets it done, represents the NFC, um, gets to the bowl. If it's not against Joe, I say Vegas wins. I say if it's against Joe, Joe's has his number, kind of like TRC has. Um, I don't know if he can block out the mental game and go into the game confident, Vegas wins. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Joe takes the bowl over Vegas.
I think the inexperience at the QB position is gonna kind of be his Achilles heel when it comes down to the bowl.
So you also have Vegas getting the bowl, or are you just saying he won't win because the QB experience?
After the QB experience, it keeps him from winning the bowl.
Gotcha.
I still have Echo there. I have him AFC and bowl winner.
Ooh, Echo with the first bowl.
Yeah,
I like the prediction. We
yeah.
hope for anyone that has had trouble in the bowl to win a bowl. Besides Seafield, he's had no trouble.
For my bowl prediction, I'm gonna go with Nos because he's a season one
Ooh,
Super Bowl merchant.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
And then
goals.
he won't win
God,
he won't even get close after that, but you know he gets his season one Super Bowls.
damn right. That's hey, season one Super Bowls are the ones that mean the most.
Yeah, yeah. They
The
mean
only one
just
I
as
got.
much as other ones.
Just as much as the last one. Dusty. Just like your 3-peat TRC. That's what you ended on, right? Last man?
What?
Little 3-peat? You ended on 3-peat last man?
Seafield did.
You're the new Seafield, though.
What?
You're the new Seafield.
I like that.
78 overall,
I
Panthers,
like that
three
laugh.
loss team.
Hey, we did move up to 77 overall from 76,
Oh,
so we're only like the worst team by like 4 overall now.
Yeah, bank it.
hey, to me, I
Yeah.
think I'm 81, 82.
Yeah, so you're in my sights now.
With how many draft picks? How many first round picks do you have?
This draft I have two first, two seconds, and a third. And then next draft I have four first, five seconds, and like four
We're
thirds, I
screwed.
think.
We're screwed. You're 9-3
Yeah,
with a
that's what
shit
it sounds
team
like. That's
and
what it sounds
seven
like.
first
Yeah,
round picks in the next like 3 years.
Yeah, I
yeah, that's
deferred
true.
like a ton of the picks to next season because the draft strength was better for like
For the players
quarterbacks
you
and
need.
halfbacks
Yeah.
and things like that where I could probably find some really fun players where like wide receivers are weak this year and
Right.
like things like that. So I specifically like had more draft picks this draft and then shifted them around so like next year I get Vizzy's first instead of having like my first this year or something.
This sounds fun. I'm happy for you. I may quit season 2, depending on how it goes.
Well,
But I have to
season
face you.
season 2 I won't have any of those
Season three
players
is
yet.
the one that you're gonna have to worry. Season
Yeah.
three is the one you're gonna have to worry.
Thank God
Um,
you only have 4 superstars on each side of the field.
Yeah,
Because if not, we'd be screwed.
I
You're
have
going to draft like
zero.
4 of them. Yeah. Yeah, because you suck. You can't develop anyone. That's why.
Nope. I have zero superstars. I don't think I have a 90 overall player on my team. I don't know if I have anything. I think 83 is maybe my best player. Um, yeah, so it's been fun, but a lot of the trades I've made have like at least got me some players who can help me win games. I think early in the year, one of the biggest things that helped me was getting Quez Watkins. Like it gave me like a second like wide receiver threat outside of Trade Palmer, and like I think I've been on like a 6 game win streak, and everything's been looking up since then.
Yeah.
yeah, that's solid. Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of like my defense is just mostly stars. Their Slade's gonna be slated to go out soon. Um, but yeah, no, offense definitely the strong suit. Defense, a lot of development there. So I traded away a lot of draft picks. So looking for some deals there this off season.
Yeah,
Last
you got
question I
a
have for
ton
you
of
guys here.
talent
For the NFC, since it's NFC focused, who will represent the most Super Bowls from the NFC?
over the cycle.
Yep, over the cycle.
I don't know. I'll go Vegas. I mean, I feel like I
Solid
said,
pick.
I always
Solid
see
pick.
him like really good, and just because he chokes versus me doesn't mean that he isn't really good. So I'm gonna go with Vegas.
Good pick. Skulls.
Yeah, it's between you and Vegas. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got the talent right now that's on my side. It's
Who's you?
kind of helping me
TRC?
shore up. No, say it again. Who
You
is
said
you?
who's you? The
No,
TRC?
Tiger. No,
Oh
you.
shit! I
Definitely, I
made
can
like
see. Yeah, I
2.
could. Yeah, no, yeah. TRC is gonna be. He's gonna be there. He's gonna like definitely perform the way that he needs to. It's just I feel like he dwindles after year three, unless he's winning back-to-back Super Bowls, year three and year four. But
Okay.
no, yeah, you in Vegas though for sure.
I'm going with
You guys,
I'm going with the new Seafield, Mr. TRC.
TRC.
I'm saying if we do 6 seasons, TRC's representing 3 of them at least.
I'm calling it now. If he goes back-to-back, year three, year four, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely a wrap.
it's been a
Tiger
while
out.
since I went back to back. And I think I went back to back Super Bowls just to lose to Seafield last Madden. So back
Well, of course, out of all
back
people to lose to.
yep, back to
And
back
you know that
loser.
fucker's gonna be back season 2.
Oh yeah,
Right. Yeah.
he's
TRC, if
lurking
you're
in the
or
background.
Watch
Seafield,
this
if
with
you're
the
listening, don't come back.
40,
We don't need
49ers.
you.
Watch,
We
I can just
enjoy
see him now.
different people in Super Bowls.
I can see him now with the 49ers with hella draft picks.
No way, Trame's never leaving.
Trame's not leaving. Trame loves Madden too much. I I'll personally guarantee you Trame won't leave. I know Trame outside the league. I'll make sure he doesn't leave.
Yeah, I see it being like Raiders or Cardinals. Sorry, Raiders or Cardinals. Prove me wrong.
Raiders got to schedule better before he's considered not to be leaving soon.
Yep. All right, guys.
So
Well,
all those who can't schedule better. Last message from Tiger.
yeah. Well, thanks everyone. We're gonna cut it off now. Been running about 30 minutes. But we'll try and get another one in here towards the end of the season, or maybe do like some playoff preview matchups, bring up like the people who are facing off, and like just do like little pre-playoff things. And on top of that, we're gonna look to get like someone to commentate and do the Super Bowl this year. So hopefully, at least for the playoffs, maybe we can make it more of like a spectacle. So that's it. TRC out. Thanks everyone.